Welcome to episode 3 of the Unhinged Podcast. We all saw James Gunn's Superman this past week, and we are so excited to talk about it. I've seen it twice, and we're all going again tomorrow to go see it again. We are so excited. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to do a spoiler review, and then a non-spoiler review, and then we're going to go into the future of the DCU and the implications of what this movie had. And we're going to talk about spoilers in the second half, and we will make sure we're going to be very clear, like, hey, we're going to talk about spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, or if you can leave, or if you have seen it, or if you just don't care, stay or stick around. We'll make it very, very clear before we get into that.
All right, my review on Superman. This is non-spoiler again. Movie inspired me and entertained me a lot. I'm not a big Superman fan going into it. I liked Man of Steel. I don't really remember the OG movies. Like, I'm more of a Batman guy and like other DC characters more. But what James Gunn did with this Superman was, I loved it. I loved every second, every minute, every shot of the movie. When Superman's talking with Paul Kent, I got a little emotional. Where Superman and Lois are talking on the interview, like, their dynamic was hysterical. And then fucking Crypto was cool. I mean, he pissed me off a little bit, but he was just doing normal dog shit. He was in there doing normal stuff, and then like he's late on certain things, so like that was annoying, but he was cool. Guy Gardner was hilarious with his blunt humor. Mr. Terrific was the bright spot of the Justice Gang for sure.
Stole the show.
For sure. Who's the other character?
Metamorpho? Hot Girl? Metamorpho?
Yeah, Metamorpho. He was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him, but his character and his character development throughout, like, when he went with the group and stuff was cool. Lex Luthor was a bright spot in this movie. Nicholas Hoult killed it. He was very diabolical and evil and just played that character perfect. And genuinely made you hate him in the movie. So, but, yeah, it was good. It was a really good Superman movie.
For my non-spoiler kind of review, this movie's an excellent start to the DC Cinematic Universe. There's a lot of moving parts in this movie, and it flows well. It's definitely a James Gunn type of movie. Definitely Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, for sure. Made you feel like you were watching a little bit of something different. It didn't feel like an MCU movie per se. It just felt like a comic book movie, and it didn't feel like a directive movie. Like, if you're looking at it from a film perspective, it didn't really feel like it was like a gritty like take on superheroes at all. It didn't feel like Man of Steel, or it didn't feel like even the Dark Knight trilogy, like how they tried to take it more in a film perspective and make a movie with complex characters and things like that. Like, the characters were amazing and things like that, but it really felt like you're watching a movie ripped straight out of a comic book. And if you like the other James Gunn movies, the other films, this will be a smash hit for you. You'll love this movie. You'll walk out of theater like really happy that you went to go see it. I highly recommend seeing it in theaters. If you don't like dogs, might not be the movie for you. Crypto has a very big role in this film. He steals the show a lot of the times, and he is honestly one of the main supporting characters of this film, and he really does steal the show every time he's on it. There's scenes with Crypto that make you get emotional. You love that dog to death by the time you're leaving the theater. The entertainment value, I think, keeps most people from caring too much about plot points that I think some might consider negative. When you're watching the movie, you're so wrapped up in the action, you're so wrapped up in what's going on with the characters and the love interest, that some of the plot points you may overlook on your first watch and not care too much to give it that negative review. From what most people have said, you've probably seen a lot of mixed reviews on it. If you're there for the entertainment value of seeing superheroes in action, kicking butt, saving the day, this is the type of movie for you. The chemistry between the Justice Gang, quote unquote, they might change that name later, it's hinted at a lot, is peak. It provides great comic relief. They're extremely entertaining. Guy Gardner, Metamorpho, Hot Girl, Mr. Terrific steals the show, like they said. Super entertaining cast. The Justice Gang did a great job supporting Superman in this movie. A lot of other superheroes' powers and them working together really wraps it up well. Overall, it's a fun, entertaining, and sometimes emotional roller coaster that gets you walking out of the theater feeling satisfied. Highly recommend seeing it in theaters once again. I don't think it's a movie you watch at home, but you take your kids to go see it, you take your girlfriend, you take your husband, whatever it is, and enjoy this film. And more to come from the DCU. They get you really excited for the potential future of this universe. It's a fantastic start to the DCU.
So I've seen it twice, so I have a little bit more thoughts, a lot of the things that, Logan kind of mentioned that a lot of the things maybe that you won't like or didn't like may stick out a little bit more because you're so excited to see it for the first time. That's kind of how it was for me. Number one, the positives. I mean, David Cornsweet, he is Superman. He's amazing. He's kind of this may sound like a flaw, but it's not. He's definitely a Gen Z Superman, if that makes sense. He's super emotional, which is good. Pretty silly, again, which is also good. It's pretty funny. Like, it's definitely a modern take on the character, like modern trends. There's scene where, and this isn't a spoiler, they've released this clip online where, Lois and him are arguing when he's Clark Kent, or they're in her apartment and they're arguing, and she mentions like names that the internet has called Superman. And he gets like super pissed off, and he's like, I don't like that one. Like, it's really funny. This is by far the best Lois and Clark chemistry we've seen, and that's even talking about Christopher Reeve and Margaret Kidder from the original movies. Their chemistry is just immaculate. I mean, they truly love each other. At least they're both married. They're soldiers. They're her husband and his wife. They are soldiers. I mean, the interview process and all them interviews. I mean, they seem like they're a couple. I mean, amazing chemistry they have. And the best part of the movie for me was Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Best Lex Luthor by far. Just a D1 hater, and that's what you want. And for no real reason. I love in the movie that he straight up admits that, I'm just a freaking hater, dude. He doesn't say that exactly, but he just admits that he just blatantly hates Superman. He's like, I'm not stupid. I know how I feel. And it's just so great just to see a straight up hater. And Clark's like, man, it's kind of weird how much you hate me, man. Like, I don't really know what I can do. And Luthor's self-aware of it. What else? Man, the action is really cool. The action was better than I thought it would be. Special effects are a little in your face here and there, but that's okay. Superman movie, you can't really. But it is in your face a little bit. Yeah, the special effects are kind of weird at some points, but it's okay. The movie is super fast. It's a quick 2-hour movie, like hour 58, I think. And this is a good critique. It's like this is a negative, but it's like a good negative, is I wish the movie was longer. Like, I would say an extra 15 minutes just to give some more characters a little bit more time to flesh out, because there's a lot of characters that are in the movie but don't have that much to do. Perry White is in the movie. I thought he'd have a bigger role. He really didn't. Hawk Girl, she was good in what she's in. Isabella Merced. She's a great actress. She's really hot too, obviously. I wish she was in it a little bit more. She didn't really have much to do. Luckily, unfortunately, she was on the short end of the stick when it came to the Justice Gang.
She was just there.
She was just kind of there and just kind of called Guy Gardner an asshole a couple times, and that was really it.
It's pretty funny, though.
Which he was an asshole. He was great. Nathan Fillion is just he's just a great guy. I saw an interview today where someone said, "You're great at being a jerk," and he was like, "What?" That's just kind of the guy he is, and he plays it great. I actually never even heard of Guy Gardner before this movie, and I looked into him, and I watched animated clips and stuff, and how everyone just kind of all the Lancers just kind of he's like, they keep him away like he's Guy Gardner, It's really funny. And then Mr. Terrific. So every scene he was in, he stole the show. There's a super cool fight scene that you see a bit in the trailer, and it's probably maybe my favorite fight scene in the movie, actually. It's like a one-shot. Oh, it's so sick.
Typical James Gunn fight scene.
Very James Gunn.
Yeah,
and here's the thing, right? If you don't like James Gunn's movies, which is very, very fine, you won't like this. It's the most James Gunn movie ever. He really puts his imprint on the movie, for better or for worse. And I'll get into that more in spoilers.
And it seems like a lot of people enjoy James Gunn.
Most people enjoy it,
he's
great.
One of the best comic book directors of all time, according to Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
People
He's
love him,
awesome.
but if you don't like him, yeah. If
you don't like him, and people do, you're probably not. The movie may not be for you, and that's completely okay. the way they use Crypto is good because he's not in it too much, and I was worried that there was going to be a bit of a Baby Yoda effect, and there wasn't. Like, he's in the movie a decent amount, but not enough to where, like, you get tired of him, or you're like, are we going to milk the dog? He wasn't, and then, like, he's gone for a little bit, and he comes back, and it's like, he's used very well, and I'm really, really pleased with how they use him. And he's just a cute little dog that is a bad dog. Any person that has a dog will love that because of how he's not trained at all. And you see that in the trailers. Like, he's a bad dog, and you end up finding out why he's a bad dog later on in the movie. But yeah, that's kind of it for my non-spoiler thoughts. I really did love the movie. I'm going to see it again for a third time tomorrow. Yeah, so are you ready to get into the spoilers?
Let's get into spoilers.
So again, we are going to make it clear we are getting into spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie, then turn it off. Or save it, like the video, come back later after you see it.
Or just skip ahead.
And if you're still watching, it's your fault.
So what's maybe your favorite scene of the movie? If you can remember it.
Dude, I think my favorite scene.
I know what mine is.
Dude, there's so many good scenes.
The laser scene. Obviously,
laser fight.
we've
Oh,
all
where he's
seen it,
lasering
but like
everybody
that's
in the
sick,
trailer?
yeah.
The lasers, yeah.
Or the scene like at the beginning where he's flying and then it like cuts to the S and then it cuts to like the credits. That was like not credits,
That was cool.
but like
He's flying.
the intro of
Yeah.
the movie. Like that was a sick transition.
I think I have two favorite scenes.
Okay.
They're like a ride neck and neck. There's a scene in the movie where the machine is taking over Superman, his body.
The
using
engineer.
those the engineer. The engineer's taking over Superman's body with the nanotech. And the nano starts they start trying to kill him. They start trying to fill up his lungs. And Superman, like, you watch his whole entire, it's like the symbiote suit almost from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It covers his entire body. Like his eyes, they go into his brain and stuff. It's kind of cringe. Like, it makes you like.
It stresses you out.
It stresses you out. It cringe. It's anxiety filled. Yeah. It's like, it's amazing. And then the way he like outsmarts the engineer and outsmarts the Ultraman, and goes up in the air and then comes crashing back down. It's amazing. It's brilliant. And the other favorite scene that I have is probably Superman's greatest feat in the whole movie. And I think a lot of people overlooked this scene, but when there's a black hole in the pocket dimension that they're in. There's a black hole down there, and he uses his frost breath to push himself away out of a black hole. Like, that is an insane strength feat. And he was able to grab Metamorpho, grab Crypto,
and grab Metamorpho's baby.
And the baby. All at once. And he blew himself, used his frost breath to blow himself out of a black hole. Like, that's an insane strength feat. I thought that was very, like, overlooked in the movie. When I think about it now, I'm like, not a lot of people have been talking about that. But that scene really shows how strong the Superman is. It's so good.
I've heard a lot of people saying that, like, he's a weak Superman, and I just don't.
He flew out of a black hole.
He's fighting good opponents. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really fighting, but this is a spoiler. He's fighting a clone of himself, and then the same clone had a big piece of armor. And it's like, imagine Superman in a Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah, that's
what
exactly
he was fighting.
What it was.
Right? And
that and a kaiju. That was gigantic.
And, like he was fighting good villains. He was fighting
very
tough,
good villains. Yeah. And another part on top of that, on him fighting Ultraman and mainly the Ultraman fight, and while he was fighting the engineer, he was getting double teamed by both of them. Yeah. And he had kryptonite poisoning from Metamorpho. The whole time he was kryptonite poisoned. This Superman is insanely strong. Yep. And the time he blew out the black hole, he still had kryptonite poison then.
Yeah, I don't like
just this. Insane.
He was just fighting good people. You know what I'm saying? That's really
super strong.
Good, yeah.
Super strong.
And when you really see, you don't like Lex Luthor from the get-go, right? You don't like him, but the scene where early in the movie Superman is he's fighting the Hammer Bravia, which turns out to be Ultraman. He gets slammed down the ground, gets his ass kicked, right? And then he gets out, and there's this Indian man who's trying to help him out. And then the Hammer, or I guess a Lex bot or something, like sees the man that helps him out. That ends up coming around later when Superman gets captured, and Lex Luthor captures that guy that helped Superman out and basically plays Russian roulette with him, swipes the gun, puts it up to him, and he's like, "Tell me who you are, tell me your family," like, asks these questions. And Superman doesn't answer him, or he's trying to tell him, like, "Hey, like, this isn't right, like, you know," and Lex just shoots him. Lex kills him. kills the poor Indian guy.
And then he makes a joke about it.
He makes
right
a joke
after.
about
He's
it.
like,
And
I didn't expect that
and
to
the Baratheon
last.
president's there,
Yeah.
which he sucks too, and he's just laughing about it. He's like, you know what?
That wasn't supposed to go that quick.
That wasn't supposed to go that quick.
He's like, you know
joking
what?
about killing a dude.
He said, maybe I'll kill Clark Kent next. That was funny. Anyway.
That was pretty funny. But this was like, he's such a hater.
He's
He
just-
told
that was-
somebody
that
that
was-
just gave him free food.
That was after when we seen what they was doing to crypto.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, the
They
crypto
had
shit made
crypto
me sad.
and
dude.
yeah. And
That
he
shit
had like
made
a
me sad.
whole prison in like the pocket dimension of just people. Like there was one girl in there who was Lex's ex-girlfriend that was talking bad about him online, and she put her in the pocket
Wrote
dimension.
one blog about him.
Like that's
Wrote
so
a negative
funny.
blog, put
That's
him in the
so
pocket
funny.
dimension. Yeah,
Uh,
straight up evil. The dude's a D1 hater.
Jimmy Olsen, the Jimmy Olsen side plot of how every girl loves him,
That shit's hilarious.
and he turns out he was banging Eve Tessmacher behind Alexa's back. That is so funny. And he calls her mutant toes, and she's like, "Want to hang out?" And they meet in the alleyway.
And she's
mad
horny for him.
she's mad because he's using her for like information. He's like, "No, like we can hang out." Like it's like, bro.
But she's like obsessive. It's such a good.
Yeah.
It's a good side plot.
They did a great. So if you've seen the original movies, Eve Tessmacher is kind of the same way, but this is like a modern version of her, like super flashy, and she's annoying Lex the whole time. Like I don't even know why they're together. I guess because she's hot. But yeah, it's just a modern version of her from the original movie. It's so great.
I thought another highlight was with Eve was like how her taking selfies the whole time. At first, you think
Yeah.
it's like
Just her
being
doing
annoying
thirst
as
traps,
fuck,
yeah.
yeah, and sending him Jimmy thirst traps and shit. But then Lois does some investigating on the
And you
shit.
find
and
out
it's like all she playing that shit. She's low-key pretty
Yeah.
smart.
And
Like,
then the country, it turns out the country of Bravia, it was like split in two, and the other half was like Luthorpia or something like that. Like he wanted to
Yeah.
be king of a country. Man, like that was.
it almost
that was a
gave me
cool
some
little
Doctor
twist.
Doom vibes of like Latveria or something.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to
was a good
take
little
over
twist.
the country. It was a really good twist. That plot point was amazing plot.
Let's talk about the Ultraman thing that happened where, okay, so little sidebar here. So there have been rumors for like a while that apparently Henry Cavill was going to be Ultraman. And the reason why that happened was because there were some pictures of, or I think it was just taken from the trailer, when the mask gets ripped off, you can see he has long hair and he's, obviously a white guy. And just recently Henry Cavill made this like appearance where he had like long hair. And so everyone's like, oh, it's him. And I was talking before the movie, and I'm like, that would just really take me out of the movie. Like that would be a fourth wall break. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, look who it is. And then in the movie, as it was getting closer, I would be lying to you if I said I was like, there's no bro. Is it gonna be Henry Cavill? Like, is it? And it wasn't. It was just a clone. It was David Cornswear, right? Obviously. And it was one of those. The way I kind of compared it was like, if you're drunk at a bar and you go home with the 4, right, you're thinking it's a good idea, but then after the fact you wake up and you're like, that was terrible. That would have been the same thing for me. Like, it would have been cool in the moment if it was Henry Cavill, but then afterwards it would have been like, that was not a good idea. Kind of a similar thing there, right? Anyway, that was just a fun little thing that me and James had going on in the theater.
The Ultraman thing would have been...
That was cool.
Like him being... It gave me like the Logan vibes where
it was Logan, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same... They definitely took a lot of inspiration from other movies.
A lot of inspiration.
That is going to be like... I have a theory that's going to be Bizarro. Like he's in a black hole now. That black hole could create a different universe and could create like Bizarro's universe. Yeah. And you may see him like come through another pocket dimension and come back as Bizarro. That would be like amazing.
And that would be very James Gunny. I don't know if he's going to direct another one because he's the CEO of the universe. So I don't know. But if he does direct it again, I could definitely see that, or maybe him.
Shit, I could see it happening either way. I feel like Bizarro would be a great.
And that would be new live action. That hadn't been done in a live action movie before.
It'd be great to see that.
It was kind of done in Superman 3, but not really. But like a version of it was. But it would definitely, if it was Bizarro, like the backwards S or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it'd be so good.
That would, yeah, and he's like stupid. Oh, it's so funny.
Everything's opposite.
Like
instead of like frost breath, he has like heat breath or something. It's something like that.
It's like everything's reversed.
Everything's reversed. So good.
The comedy was good.
The comedy
I thought it was going to go
hilarious.
like the "What the hey dude" line. When I saw that, I thought I was about to be so pissed. I thought it was going to be some MCU comedy shit.
It was pretty.
I was laughing.
That was another
my
example
ass off.
of the Gen Z Superman. Like that's something that like a Superman that's around in this time would probably say. You know what I'm saying? That was good.
I felt like it
him
was
and
just like
him and Lois's interview, that was hilarious.
that was so funny.
Like,
that was the highlight of the movie too.
even
They're calling,
like
it
it's
seems
serious.
like they're calling you super shit. You know I don't like that. Like,
Dude,
super shit, and he says it again
Yeah.
when he's in that. He's like got the kryptonite poison, and he's like super shit. Like, he sees all the fucking monkeys like typing away. That shit was hilarious
That was
too.
funny.
They had a bunch of fucking monkeys in the pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Typing out like bad Instagram hashtags and stuff
Yeah.
about him.
And
It's
that
so
was
funny.
definitely like a fourth wall break, kind of being like to the haters, you know, like the hate on everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was funny. I like
That's
that
pretty
little
funny.
like kind of poke. Oh, so the scene with Paul Kent, right? And they're in it for a very short amount of time. His parents are, and I actually thought in the trailers that was going to be a flashback. For some reason, he looked younger in that scene, I guess, to me, but
Because he's all healed up, maybe. From
I
the
guess
sun.
so, yeah. But first off, you see him when he gets home. He's had he's pretty beaten up. Lois takes him to Kansas, and he's sitting outside eating cereal with his dogs out. Just like I just thought that was so funny, just in the grass.
Yeah,
like
so it's
it
like
was just
neat
so
for-
funny.
Crypto's
Like,
playing with the cows.
I said, I'm gonna make that my profile picture. Just him eating cereal, just sitting out like in all pajamas. Like that was
You're like,
funny.
damn, this guy's relatable.
And his dad
Yeah.
walks out, and
He-
he's talking to his dad about how, turns out his biological parents sent him here for the wrong reason, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But then his dad's like, your parents don't make you who you are; they just give you the tools to mess up and become who you are. He talked about how proud he is of him, and that was an amazing scene. That was the scene where I teared up a little bit.
Yeah.
I loved them. They weren't in it a lot, and maybe they'll be in it more. I'm assuming they will be in future movies. Now I can already tell. Maybe they won't do it, but the Paul Kent death scene, it doesn't happen in this movie. But when that does happen, that's gonna be
tough.
that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be really bad.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the creative. They change up Superman lore a little bit, not too much, but so his parents, his biological parents.
We can get into it.
We'll get into it now, I guess.
Yeah.
So, his biological parents, they sent a recording right on the pod when they goes back on the pod. I get it. They sent him on this little pod back home, and they sent a recording, and it's basically saying Kal-El, and it's in Kryptonian language, but when it's dubbed, they're saying like we love you more than heaven on heaven. It's a very beautiful thing. It's Bradley Cooper, by the way, which is cool. And we love you more than heaven. You are the hope that we have. Blah blah blah. Just very hopeful, positive thing. And then the message kind of messed up. Message kind of messed up, and that's all he hears. And whenever he's like hurt or beat up, the robots in the Fortress of Solitude, which they're great too, by the way.
Yeah, the robots are fantastic.
They always play that because that soothes him, makes him feel better. And then when Lex and his little gang go into the Fortress of Solitude, they end up hacking. The engineer hacks into that little mainframe that they have, and ends up clearing up and getting the full message. And as it turns out, they did not send him to Earth to save Earth or to be They sent him there to basically make it a new Krypton, and to spread. Preserve Krypton. And they said find as many wives and spread your seed, right? And that gets and Lex, Lex is licking his chops, and he puts that online.
Like Loki and Omni
spreads it everywhere. Yeah.
Plot. Like it gave me Omni.
The thing is I know they're not going to bring General Zod in this universe because that's what General Zod wants, right? And he, I'm saying that if they're on the same team, that's not going to work.
I feel like
they're not gonna bring that up.
The message being like,
yeah,
it could still be fixed by something.
It
Maybe
still
like
could, but they
Monitor or something like that. Like
Yeah.
it could be fixed because Supergirl doesn't have that same mission.
Yeah.
She's too busy. Like in the teaser that you get of Supergirl at the very end of the movie,
Yeah.
she's like still traumatized and dealing with her trauma by getting drunk and going to planets with like red
Maybe the
suns,
trauma was
getting
from them.
hammered. But
It's a good. I'm just talking here.
I
But
mean, maybe the trauma, maybe,
never-
but you would think that instead, like if she did have that mission, like if she
Yeah.
was set on a mission, she would be focused on that. Like she would be filled with rage and more or less
yeah.
not sad like she is right now. Like right now, you can tell she's like
Yeah.
depressed because she just watched everybody like die.
Yeah.
Because she's 14 years old at the time that she gets sent to Earth, and then you got to be thinking like she stayed on like a rock of Krypton for
Yeah.
so long until she ended up getting to Earth, and you got to think like if she had a mission like what Superman's parents Jor-El told them to do,
Yeah.
then they would be like she would be doing that right now, and she's not doing that. She's
Well,
like
the thing is in the movie they never, and again we could see in a sequel, but in the movie they make it explicitly clear by multiple characters that this was not a doctored. It was not doctored at all. Like Lex, even when Lex is in the pocket dimension, he like spills a bunch of beans about him that you wouldn't say to someone that you were going to let free, right? he had no reason to lie in that moment. Mr. Terrific is even like, hey man, like I'm sorry, but this is not doctored. Like I know.
The only thing I think.
So right now we have to take it. I'm taking it as that's how it is until the movie.
The reason
changes,
I think
you know
Lex would lie about that though, is to, like, get in Superman's head more. Like he's over here spilling all these beans to tell him the truth about himself, but could you imagine like that? Him telling him that's true or whatever, it's undoctored. Like he didn't do anything to it. That could just fuck with Superman's head even more. And like, yeah, that's a complaint like you have and a lot of other people I can see having.
Really, I don't mind changing the lore a little bit. It's just like
to me, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like to me, them changing that doesn't matter at all. If anything, like I wrote this in my notes, it furthers the point of the plot. Like
no, it shows that Superman is his own person,
and he's a good person. Like you have Paul Kent who tells him like that whole scene with Paul Kent, and he's talking about like. Our parents don't make our decisions for us, and like all that stuff. It just furthers the point.
He's still wanting to do good at the end of the day.
Yeah, it furthers the point that this guy is Superman. He's the same Superman that we get in the comics. Just because his parents told him to do something, it doesn't change anything. He's been acting out the same.
That's why he was so like beat up about it. Like, that's why
I think it made it better. Like I think. I think that made the plot better.
It wasn't a complaint for me. It's just something that I noticed, and I thought it was quite interesting. Like little
definitely
James
a
Gunn
different
twist
change.
there.
Yeah.
Him fighting Ultraman in the city.
That was a really great fight. Both when he was the Hammer of Bravia, that was cool, and then also like it was cool seeing Superman. It was cool seeing him get his ass kicked, because again, one of the main complaints from like average people is like this guy who's basically a god can't get beat by anyone.
Yeah.
James Gunn really,
shows you that he's still
human
vulnerable.
Like he's vulnerable. He can get his ass kicked. Like the first clip of the movie, he's like, Superman loses his first fight.
Yeah.
He gets cooked.
By himself, of course, but like
it's still
like, and this is coming, and that's why people think he's weak though, is because like
he does get his ass kicked.
He gets his ass kicked, but at the same time, they even say it in the like little computer room. They're talking about how he studied every single fight Superman's ever had.
Like,
he knows exactly how he's gonna fight, so they're controlling.
He's rent free in his head.
Yeah,
Superman's rent free in Lex's head.
He's controlling. A clone of Superman.
What A?
That's apparently stronger. That he says is stronger.
Cool. 31B.
31B. And he's controlling him. He knows his fights and stuff. He knows like what he's gonna do before he does it.
Which is so cool. Oh, that's so cool.
So cool. It was a good that was really cool.
Superman in a Hulkbuster armor.
And the fact Ultraman's so dumb just like pushes the point further that he's probably gonna end up being Bizarro. Like he'll probably end up regressing even more than he's at right now into Bizarro. I thought another scene in the movie that was really cool was the kaiju fight scene. I thought that scene
kaiju fight was cool.
Was really cool. You got to see everybody work together.
I liked how the Justice Gang kind of pulled up, and they're like, "We kind of own this place."
Yeah.
And then Superman is like, "Hey, can we like maybe move him to another place?"
What I
and then
thought was
Mr. Terrific's like, "Bro, like, are you serious?"
I thought Superman in the crowd control was like a pretty cool take. Like instead of Superman being the guy who's like taking down the big monster, you have him trying to save people. He even saves a squirrel at one point. I thought that was just
super cute.
I thought that was the cherry on top of like proving that he's more worried about keeping people safe and preserving humanity. Like, and even like with the kaiju, he didn't even want the kaiju to die. Like,
no, he was trying to
trying to study it.
Yeah, when trying to save him, like take him to a facility or something. Like when he saved him or whatever, or they killed him when Terrific killed the kaiju.
Yeah. He's
falling down. He drops him or whatever, and then he goes over to Guy or Terrific, and he says like, "Man, I wish we could have saved him." Like,
wish we could have saved him or at least euthanized him, harmlessly.
Like made it less painful.
And then Guy's just like, "Bro, don't be a wuss."
Yeah,
like, they just kind of brush him off, and then Superman's
Yeah.
like, "What the heck?" Like, all right.
But that just shows like this is such a good Superman.
He's a kind
such
soul.
a good person.
He's like,
man.
you want to be your best friend.
The fight later on with the Justice Gang and Metamorpho.
Dude, that was
in
a good
the
fight.
Bravia.
In Bravia.
Yeah. So when the kid has the flag, and then he was like, "I sent some friends," and then it's them, and then Guy Gardner puts the box around the kid. He's like, "You got an upgrade, buddy. Don't worry."
Yeah.
And they just bitch the tanks. Like get the middle
he's
finger.
He's doing this, and the tanks all go up.
Dude,
the constructs look really good.
Oh
in the movie. Like that was the highlight of the movie too.
And my question is like, in this world, you're not going to see any countries invade anyone else, especially like if it's unworthy, because you're going to have the supers pull up, or the metahumans, and you're just going to get bitched.
Yeah.
And you already know that, when Superman was there, he said he destroyed a bunch of stuff, but he didn't kill anyone, right? No serious injuries. But the Justice Gang, they don't give a fuck about killing people and stuff.
Yeah.
So they probably wish Superman was there instead of the Justice Gang. But especially when Hot Girl kills the president.
Yeah.
That was.
You're
that
not
was
gonna
sick.
drop me.
You look Superman.
Oh, that was
"I'm
so
not like
good.
Superman."
And then it transitioned into the Altoid or whatever, or the seltzer, the Alka-Seltzer that the dude puts in his cup because he's starting to get like a tummy ache in the flying tea saucer.
Yeah,
That was really cool. Lois being able to, I saw people complaining online about Lois being able to pilot it. Mr. Terrific literally tells her
it's
intuitive.
Like it's easy.
Like it's easy
to
explanation.
do.
Like
Yeah.
it's intuitive.
And
like,
Lois is a
so
competent enough like character to like
Yeah, I mean if it's like.
If they would have had like someone else do it, it'd been different. But Lois is like she's very confident, she's very strong. Like I can understand her.
And the meaning of intuitive is literally like whatever you think first.
You got it.
You do that, and then that's what she does. And obviously, like it shows her messing up too.
Like she didn't just
like
she,
she's
like,
not
crashes
perfect at flying.
and it goes up and then down.
Yeah, she crashes it a few times, even off the building. Like,
yeah.
I mean, she flies it, but it's not a complaint. Like, there's no reason to nitpick that, in my opinion.
I'll tell you what.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. That was a cool little cameo.
That was a cool cameo. And he's gonna be there. We're gonna see Justice Gang and Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah, that's the next.
That's
thing
coming out later this year, like in a few months.
James throw Cat Grant.
Hey,
this guy,
dude.
Cat was the best character in the movie.
She had like 5 lines, if that. But dude, best character. You'll see why when you see the movie.
Didn't need lines, brother.
She didn't need lines. She's awesome. The character development with her.
Dude.
Oh, we're just kidding.
Peak.
But 2 peaks actually. Anyway, some of the nitpicks some of the nitpicks I have, and they're nitpicks admittedly. So the scene that they were talking about earlier, when Superman is flying up and the Engineer and Ultraman are like, kind of punching him, and he's getting his lungs put out, and then he crashes back down. I get it. And then he crashes back down, right, and then splat. There's a hole, whatever, and then that should have killed the Engineer. It didn't. But she should have been splat dead on the ground, especially since her whole body was like kind of like her insides were like kind of exposed to Superman, and he slammed like super speed, went right back down to the ground. She should have died. I don't know her power set. I know she's going to be in the Authority coming out. I don't know when that movie's coming out.
if that even comes out, by the way.
I hope it does. I was super looking forward to that.
That might
but
actually come out.
And I know Superman doesn't kill, and I'm glad he didn't in the movie, but she should have died there. I mean, most metahumans would have died there, but it's fine. A nitpick. It is a nitpick.
I mean, I think she could have lived through it.
And
just given her power set, but yeah.
And then the scene where he spins around and kills, or doesn't kill, but attacks all the Lex. What are they called? The Phantom Force, or no? Planet Watch. Planet Watch.
Yeah.
Beats.
James Gunn name, by the way.
James Gunn. It's super like that could have been in the original movies. That was super, because then the commercial for it, like that logo they have is so like 1980s.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, all right, like not one of them died, not one of them fell like so far.
Nope.
Again, nitpicks.
But they do have Lex armor.
They have Lex armor, but
and Superman can control his lasers.
They just got cut up or whatever. It's fine. Whatever.
I think Superman can control his lasers. I think that was like a fine scene. I don't have any problem with that scene.
It's a nitpick. It's not really a problem. It's just something it just kind of took me out for a second. What else? Like I said, the movie moves way too fast in my opinion, and kind of on the point of it being a comic book movie, it's like comic books move pretty fast, right? And it's like there's no time to slow down. Like you cannot take a piss in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't.
No.
Yeah.
We didn't.
You don't get up.
You can't genuinely I really can't think of a scene that would be good to go pee aside from the end. And you'd have to run and come back for the end credit scene, which there's 2, and they're not that important. They're just cute. You should say for them. But yeah, it moves so quick. I would have loved an extra 15 minutes just to kind of flesh out a little more characters, give us a little more, and a little bit of breathing room, and not drag. I don't think it would have dragged.
I don't think it dragged.
No, it didn't. That's the thing.
It is
a good complaint is that I wanted it to be longer.
I loved how it didn't give you time to breathe.
Yeah.
It felt like a comic book. Like when I'm reading comics and I'm flipping through pages, every single page, some new shit's happening.
Yeah.
Some shit's going down. You're having a deep conversation, building character, and if it's not, they're kicking ass.
Yeah.
And it is just like that. It's so good, dude. I loved it. I thought it was so good.
Another thing that a lot of people are saying is that the movie is overstuffed, and that was kind of an issue. A lot of people were scared about that when they announced the cast because, oh shit, Green Lantern's going to be in this.
Comparing it to
Hot Girl's going to be in this. What?
I've seen some shit where they're comparing the overstuffedness to Oppenheimer.
That
so many characters. That's what I've seen.
Wild, but
that's a crazy take.
I mean, well, Oppenheimer's 3
I'm not,
hours.
I'm
This
not
is
saying
2 hours.
the
Yeah.
movies are the same. I'm saying with how many characters are in both.
I feel like not every character is fleshed out in this, and like they're supporting. Like I said, I wish Perry White could have gotten a little bit more. I wish Hot Girl could have gotten. I wish Cat Grant could have gotten a lot more.
The whole 15 minutes. Extra.
I wish she could have had a whole monologue. You know. Yeah, I do think it's a little bit overstuffed. But again, I think they probably cut a lot of this movie because I'm pretty sure. I bet they wanted this movie to be like pretty tight, pretty to the point, and that's fine. And it was a good movie, but I kind of wish they'd have, maybe added a little bit more.
I wish the interview with Lois and Clark was longer. To be honest,
that was really long in my opinion.
I thought it was. I thought that was one of the better scenes in the movie.
No, it was.
I thought that was super long.
No,
that's fair.
I thought it was one of the longest scenes in the movie. Like,
so, in terms of like character development.
Yeah, I didn't want it to end.
That's the scene aside from the pocket one. What else? The movie. So, I've seen a lot of people compare it to Thor: Love and Thunder in terms of this is more of like people that didn't like it. Like there'd be a heartfelt scene and then some comedy there to kind of like there'd be like a serious scene and then boom a joke. And I would say there is a little bit of that. The only difference though is that in Love and Thunder, only about half the jokes are funny. In this one, I would say most of the jokes are funny. While there is some serious scenes where it's like, okay, like, like can this be serious? And there's a joke there. The jokes are actually funny.
It's hilarious.
It's a funny movie.
Hilarious.
It's
and it's emotional. Like there's scenes in it where you will tear, like you'll tear up. Like it's got some scenes where you tear up. It's got some serious scenes too where you're nervous. You think Superman might actually lose. Like you think he's gonna die because you've already seen him get his ass kicked a couple times. You're like, shit, he might actually.
Or Lex die. Lex does something and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, holy shit. Like the guy when he killed that guy who like literally just gave him Superman a falafel one time or some shit.
Like
it's like holy crap. Like, dude, they won't stop.
It just kind of goes to show how he's like Lex is. I mean, I wonder how they're gonna bring him back. I wonder if he's gonna be like.
He's gonna be in prison.
The
and
way
gonna team him up with somebody.
The way they do it in the kind of the original movies is that Lex is kind of like he's kind of always there, but he like kind of teams up with whoever. So like in the second movie, he teams up with Zod. And he doesn't team up with him, but he's like, I also hate Superman, And then the fourth one, he creates nuclear, which is stupid, but like. I think they're gonna do like a similar thing where like he's always gonna be there, just like he'll create Metallo or he'll team up with next villain.
That's what I want
to
see. I want to see like a character like Metallo or like Bizarro or more of his Brainiac. Even I just want to see more of his
thing.
His rogues get fleshed out because we really don't get to see a lot of his rogues.
The only real rogues, the only villains we've seen that like done well in Superman, I think are Zod and Lex Luthor. And like that's really it. I mean, we get Doomsday. That's really it.
He's not great.
And
that Doomsday's not great.
And then he's only in it for like 2 minutes of the movie. And then we get a Darkseid. Darkseid's more of a Justice League villain. Not really. He is a Superman villain, but he's a Justice League villain. So like in terms of just Superman villains, Zod and Lex is only. So I really hope. I hope we don't get Zod again. I hope we get, a Metallo.
I think we will get somebody like that.
A Bizarro. I think that would. Not only would that be comic booky, but that would just. We need more Superman villains in live action. So
James is not trying to do shit that's already been done. He said that multiple times. So, and with Lex, like I don't know if you've watched it twice. Do you still think he's a top 5 comic book villain? Because I do. Like after watching it once.
Definitely top 10. I would say he's definitely top 10. Maybe top like 6, 7. I'm sorry.
You don't think it's top 5?
You
really?
Shoot me.
Who would you have above him?
I would have Thanos, obviously. Heath Ledger's Joker.
Thanos. Those are valid.
Vader.
Probably.
We're just Marvel DC. We'll stick with Marvel DC.
Yeah. So Thanos.
No, you can throw Vader in.
Throw Vader in.
Yeah,
I guess.
Throw him in.
Comic book villains.
Transformers would be included.
I would probably have. Well, if Transformers in it, that's not fair.
It's comic books. Transformers comic books.
Well, then he wouldn't even be. Okay, well, so we're throwing them all in. Okay, so Thanos, Joker. I would have the Riddler over him. I'd have the Paul Dano's Riddler. I would have his Riddler over him.
That's close for me. And
I would have Sentinel Prime over him. I would have Megatron over him. I would have General Zod from Man of Steel over him. I would have.
You thought the General Zod was better than this Lex? Really?
I do.
That's crazy.
But they're both great. I mean,
they're both great. Yeah, but I just like Lex's character.
Shredder,
so good.
You'd have Shredder. I wouldn't have Shredder.
No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't.
Probably an MCU.
I mean, live action.
Probably Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, and they're kind of similar. Like they're just both in the original Spider-Man and in No Way Home.
I don't think they're.
Doc Ock, I'd have Doc Ock over him. And these are all like all-time villains. I'm not hating on Lex at all. Like these are all
Really, in live action, like their portrayals of the character in live action, you think?
Well, not necessarily they're villains in the movie. Like I'm not.
I mean, I'm talking about.
I'm not taking into account like.
I'm talking
to
about the
comics.
portrayal of like your top 5 in live action portrayals of comic book villains.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You
yeah.
think Doc Ock was a
And
better
Spider-Man 2? Oh, it's impeccable. Yes, absolutely.
a better villain than this Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
Same with Green Goblin.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know about
And
that.
Green Goblin is helped by No Way Home for sure, but
I mean, you
still.
have a guy who literally killed Lex. Straight up, just killed a random dude who fed Superman and threatened to go back and
I
kill
mean,
somebody
Doc
else.
Ock
He just
killed
he
a
just
whole
talked
group
to.
of surgeons, and when he gets introduced, and then for Green Goblin,
These-
literally attacks.
What these
man
characters
made.
all have in common, though, is that makes Lex stand out differently is that there's nothing wrong with Lex mentally. Like, he just fucking hates him. Like, that's
Right.
I think that's beautiful.
I think that's awesome. No,
I
and
think that's so
he's,
good.
He's awesome, and again, I'm not arguing with you. I love him. I think he's all, and then maybe I'll like it more as I see it more, as I see more. But yeah, I'd probably have Loki from the first Avengers. I really liked him.
No way.
I would, yeah.
Over
Loki
Lex? Over Lex?
this Lex Luthor? No.
Probably close.
This
yeah.
Lex Luthor
I'd
was
say
insane.
so.
I think Lex is probably going to be in my
I'd
top
say
5.
so. Yeah.
He's up there. This Lex Luthor was really. He's
was
a
great.
fantastic villain. Amazing villain. You look at comic book villains, you're like, holy shit, this guy's making a run for it. With the portrayal, the acting, it was so
Yeah.
good.
Is this James Gunn's best movie? I think so.
No,
I think this is James.
I
Gunn's
think
best
it's his third or fourth.
I think you could switch these out between 4. I saw a hat guy talking about this
Yeah.
on the escape
I
pod.
say clearly
I
First
agree
Guardians
you
is
could
better.
switch these. Yeah,
Clearly
First
the
Guardians is better.
I say Guardians 3 is better, and I'm gonna rewatch the Suicide Squad. I think these are neck and neck
But
right now.
yeah, those are the 4 that I would say.
If I was going to compare, you were
If
talking
anyone
about,
has them interchangeable, that's fine.
you were talking about Love and Thunder earlier. I think this movie's easily more comparable to Ragnarok. Like when it comes to the comedy and it comes to like
The
the seriousness at
seriousness,
times. Like there was a lot more comedy in Ragnarok than people remember. I feel like.
Oh yeah, it's a funny movie. But
It's a
also,
really funny movie, and they only have
Yeah.
a few certain points. I mean, it literally starts out. The movie starts out with jokes, like the movie
Yeah.
Ragnarok does. It's like, I think this movie's definitely a good like.
Sorry.
And Ragnarok was beautiful. It
Yeah.
was so good. So I feel like this movie's like really on
I would
par.
say it's my third or fourth again. I'm gonna rewatch the Suicide Squad because the more I think about the Suicide Squad, the more I think how great it is.
Oh,
Like that
it's
movie's
awesome.
so great.
It was
Like
good.
yeah.
Starro was really good.
But yeah, and that's
Shark
still,
was my
and
favorite.
I love all 4 of those movies. So it's like that doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
Let's get into the future.
Oh,
So
and our
the-
grades.
Oh, great. So I give it an 8 out of 10, which is a great score.
After your second watch. Where'd you
Second
have
watch.
it at your first?
I had it at 9. I watched it again, give it an 8.
Okay.
The things that I didn't like kind of stuck out to me a little bit more. And it, again, some nitpicks, some plot things I didn't like, but it's still a great score. At 8, it's still it's a great for me. So, yeah.
I think it's about a 9.5. I think right now I have it at a 9.5, but I've only seen it once. I think after I watch it again, I catch a little bit more things than I didn't the first time. Like we talked about earlier, like you ignore some of the plot points that are like complaints or nitpicks
Yeah.
because you're too wrapped up in like the entertainment value. And I feel like after the second time you watch it, there's going to be more things that like knock it down a notch for me.
Yeah.
But a 9, I really do think it's like a fantastic.
Solid 8.
I think it's a fantastic superhero
Okay.
movie. I think I'll end up putting it at a 9, keeping it at a 9.
I have it at a 9 out of 10 right now. I'll be seeing it tomorrow, so I think it may come down. I think that first initial watch was just instant glaze, so I
Yeah.
think it might come down a little bit for me, but it may not. I don't know. I love the movie, so
I loved it too.
It was an amazing film. Definitely a win for DC, both
For sure.
financially it's
Oh,
doing
yeah.
well, and then the box office
Makes me
the box
excited.
office is doing well, and then all the critics seem to like it. There are some people that don't like it, but the majority do, which is a good thing. That's what they needed. And
It feels like we're back.
Yeah,
It feels like
this
DC
is a
live
good
action
start.
is back. That's what it
Yeah.
feels like. Like
just DC's back.
Yeah.
DC is back.
DC.
Comic book movies as a whole, I feel like are back. You got Fantastic
and
Four coming out
there
soon.
are some
Like-
things that I've seen some people talk about how they think that the Robert Pattinson Batman and the Superman could coexist. Absolutely not.
I wanted it more.
No, I didn't.
We haven't talked about that, but
I-
I low key want them. Like
No.
I was a huge hater. I was like, I was a
No.
huge hater of them being together.
I wanted them to be
But the
together.
more-
After seeing this,
yeah, and
I don't like it.
I'm the exact
we have
opposite.
the opposite feelings, I guess. That's
I have the
crazy.
exact
Yeah.
opposite. Like, I feel like after I watched
I
that
don't-
Superman, I
I just
feel like
don't
it's
see.
so.
I don't see Robert Pattinson's Batman fitting in this world. I don't see that Gotham
I
fitting
don't-
in this world. I just don't.
I just
I
want
would love
Robert.
it.
I want
It could.
Robert. I want Robert to be his own thing.
That's
I
the
want
thing,
Robert
too.
to be his
Yeah.
own thing. I don't want.
I
him
like
involved
that
in
too.
this.
And they
Yeah.
really just need to cast Brandon Scalina. Honestly.
Yeah,
Let's
I mean,
do that.
if
We
you
were
haven't
so
seen
in the
Drop-
movie. We were like, I'm telling you, this end credit scene is going to be a giant monitor, and there's going to be a handsome, tall white man just staring, and then he's going to turn around, and it's going to be Brandon Scalina. He's going to be like, "Will you look into that, Alfred?" or something like that. I don't know. It
Dude,
wasn't.
Watch Drop. That is Brandon Scalina's freaking audition
The
for Batman.
Drop
right
is
there.
quite literally a Bruce Wayne audition movie.
It's a Bruce. He's
I'm not
literally
kidding.
Bruce Wayne.
A Bruce
He's
Wayne audition
literally
movie.
Bruce
It's a
Wayne.
great film, but even forget that. It's a great movie. You should. It's probably one of
That's
the most
Batman,
surprising
though.
good movies.
Yeah,
of
it
the
was
year.
really surprisingly good.
We all really liked that.
Yeah, it was good.
I think it also has to do with who the lead was. Like
Yeah.
why we liked it more.
Brandon
Drop.
Yeah.
Oh
Like-
yeah,
like,
we because we were in our head. We're thinking
That's
like,
Batman.
because
So-
we went to see it because he's the number one rumored to be Batman.
Yeah.
And did that make us like him more? A little bit. Who
It
cares?
was still a
Yeah.
good movie.
It's still a great movie, whoever it was.
Let's get into the future.
So the
DCU.
future of the DCU. So at the end of the movie, we thought it was going to be an end credit scene. It wasn't. You know, we see there's some rumbling going on in the Fortress of Solitude. Superman's back home. He's relaxing and stuff in the fortress. You hear some rumbling going on, and you see Supergirl walk out. And we're like, holy crap, we did not expect that. And she has like a trench coat on, or like an old coat, raincoat or something. She's like hammered, or like drunk, or definitely
Yeah, she's
hungover.
hammered. Yeah, she's hammered.
And she's like, where's my dog? And then
Crypto comes.
Crypto-
and
and Crypto just
Form
jumps
tackles
on her,
her.
and it's just like attacking her. And you see
And she's
why.
laughing.
And
Looks
she's
like
laughing.
in the
And
middle.
then Superman's like, that's why he can't act well. That's why, because there's no boundaries, And that was a really funny scene. He mentions earlier that it's a foster situation having Crypto, and I was like, oh, okay. And you find out why, because it's her dog. And I guess we'll see a lot more Crypto in the Supergirl movie coming out next
Oh,
year.
probably so. Yeah.
But yeah, that
Dude,
was cool.
Supergirl is gonna
I'm really
be
excited for that movie.
so much darker.
The thing that I'm so excited about is Jason Momoa as Lobo. That is like #1 fan casting of all time. I'm a big
it's
Jason
such a
Momoa fan. I've met him. I took a picture with him at a Comic-Con a few years ago. He said, "Thanks, bro," and I was wearing a jacket. I've never watched that jacket since. Anyway, I have. I
Alright.
don't know. But yeah, him as Lobo.
I'll read into that.
He's born for that role. I think he was
Yeah.
great as Aquaman. I loved him as Aquaman. It was
No.
a different take of Aquaman,
I didn't
but
like him as Aquaman.
I want a blonde guy.
I wanted my blonde guy.
I mean, we had a really Hawaiian.
I don't
Samoan
mind.
guy.
Bring
Really-
Thad.
really-
Bring Thad Castle
Literally
back.
a guy from the ocean, from
Dude,
the island.
what's his name? The guy who plays Jack
I thought that was
Reacher. God,
sick.
what's his name, man?
That
Alan
castle.
Richardson.
The guy who Alan Richardson needs to be Aquaman fan casting now.
No
he needs.
way.
He's
No,
bro. He already
that's-
played Aquaman in Smallville. He's
That's
perfect.
He'd
be
that
perfect
makes
Aquaman.
that makes it more the reason why you shouldn't play him.
He was a he's a perfect.
That makes
Aquaman.
the fact that he's already played him in a TV
Or
show.
Batman. I don't even care if he's Batman. He's a good Batman. He'd fit good too.
This switch up is crazy.
No, dude.
What you've
Over anybody else?
always argued about
Over
how he
Brandon
shouldn't
Scalina?
be Alan's.
Yeah,
Alan
over Brandon
Richardson.
Scalina. Yeah.
But we were just talking. Forget Brandon Scalina. He's #1. But you've always like he can't play. You say he got too much of a pretty face. Isn't that what you said?
No, I said he's like too lovable. He's like a puppy.
So
But-
now he wants
but-
him to be Batman.
But
Breaking
I
news,
would
everyone.
like him. Like he's a good. I've seen him and shit though. I know he's a good actor.
He's a great actor.
Like I would prefer to see him as Batman than somebody I've never seen before.
That's
like
true.
100%. What I want is them to just get the casting. Give me the casting, man.
He's already casted this one. They just haven't announced it.
I want them to
But
tell
like-
me now.
Oh, you know what I didn't think about? Oh my gosh. You know what's in like 2 weeks? Comic-Con, dude. And James Gunn's having a panel there for DC. What do you think about that?
Comic-Con where?
San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh.
That's where they, like Hall H, like they do the big Marvel presentation. They're having and him and actually John Cena are going to be there. And that's
that's
it.
gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
They're probably going to, they may announce the new Batman, I don't know, but that's something to keep an eye on. And we'll definitely make a pod about that.
And James Gunn has confirmed that not every movie will have the same tone. So if you didn't like
Yeah.
Superman, there's more stuff for you out there. Like Clayface
Based-
is going to be, I think that's going to be an R-rated body horror movie.
Good.
It's going to be so good. Like the directors they're getting for all these different movies are so different style of directing. Like not any of these movies are going to have the same feel to them. Like when you look at the MCU, every movie kind of feels like an MCU movie. The DCU is going to be completely different. It's not going to be
Based
like
on
that.
the source material that the Supergirl was originally based on, Woman of Tomorrow, if you read that comic, it is a dark comic. Like, it is...
She's dealing with trauma. She's a
dealing with
teenage girl
trauma.
dealing with
It's
trauma.
like, it's a great... And that you can add comedy in anything if you write it well, right? But
I'm
this,
sure
this
Lobo will
movie
be
is
funny.
definitely gonna. Lobo's gonna be so.
I'm sure. He'll
I
be
just
funny.
hope that he's not killed off. I hope they do the same thing and they
Well,
keep him.
they can't really kill him.
I know, but like I hope he's like a mainstay. You know what I'm saying? Just because the actor and who he and
The
Lobo's
character.
probably aside from Lex and Zod, probably my favorite Superman villain. I mean, he's just so
He's
cool.
pretty good.
And I hope he does get to fight Superman at some point.
He probably will.
That'd be cool. Jason Momoa is so sick.
Speaking
Anyway,
of
I'm blazing.
the future DCU and Batman and all that, Batman, after watching this Superman movie, Batman should rock the blue and gray suit.
We'll see how that works.
100%.
It'll
Give
be
me
one of those-
Trunks.
We'll have to.
But that blue and gray where the blue turns black at night. Like, you know how there's
Yeah.
that blue where
If
you
they
like...
did some sort of
during the day-
technology, if they had some sort of technology maybe where it did that, that would
You
be
don't even
cool.
need tech.
That
There's
would be
like
cool.
there's
or like
colors
shading.
of there's
I
like
don't know.
shading of blue where when it's nighttime
Maybe
it
like a
looks
dark
black.
navy blue. Like a
Yeah,
dark
like it
navy
looks
blue.
black. Like give me the Hush Batman
Like
suit with the
cowboy.
trunks. Give me the Hush Batman suit in the DCU. It'd go perfect with Superman.
Yeah.
It
Well,
goes so
I
good.
don't know about the trunks. The trunks worked in this.
Oh,
I
it'd be so
thought.
good.
Give me Trunks on
I think
Batman.
it's gonna
We'll
be
see.
like okay. So the reason Batman wears trunks is because kind of the same reason with the Superman thing. Like it's a silliness factor, but Batman realized
wants to be
that
silly.
everybody was freaking terrified of him. No, but he doesn't want kids to be scared of him. Like he realized
Batman's
that
not around
kids.
kids.
Yes, he
Not
is.
really. Not
In
much.
the DC,
Not
in
mu-
the DC,
when he's in night,
he saves kids all the time.
At night when he's fighting criminals, he's not. You know, most of the time he's not with kids. 80%, not 85.
In a
of
lot
the
of
time,
Justice
he's not.
League,
Yeah.
a lot of the Justice League
More with
animated
Justice
shows.
League, yeah.
Yeah,
but
when he's
not
with
like
the Justice,
solo Batman.
but this is we're already in the future.
We're
You know what I'm saying?
establishing
Like
Justice
this
Yeah.
Batman
I would
is
like
gonna
Trunks.
be deep in his career.
Yeah,
like
I
he
know.
already,
I know he already is a kid.
he's got Damian. He's already Nightwing.
Assuming-
Like all this stuff.
Because the Teen Titans are
He should
definitely
already be
coming.
Nightwing. We got a Teen Titans movie
Yeah.
coming out. Like all this
Uh-huh.
stuff leads to me thinking that he would like have trunks. Like he would have.
I just
He should have trunks because he's
Fuck
like
yeah.
Maybe
so
they can
deep in
make
his
it work.
career. He's got all these children. He's got
Gold
the Bat
belt.
family. You already got the Bat family established.
Maybe he has more than one suit. Maybe one without, one with.
Nah.
That'd be cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nah, give me
he
the
de-
Hush suit.
Batman definitely has more than one
Give me
suit.
the Batman
loaded
Hush
up there.
suit. Give me the Batman Hush suit.
That and
With the
another
gold belt.
And seeing the Superman movie made me realize
Don't
how
make him too
badly
boring.
I needed a World's Finest movie. We need that. We
Yeah.
need to see the bond between Batman and Superman being best friends. We need them to be best friends.
I'm pretty sure that is going
Like-
to be the next movie. If I had to
I
guess.
need it.
I would prefer.
need it.
I would prefer a solo
Like in the
Superman
next phase?
sequel. I would prefer a solo Superman
Oh,
sequel.
nah, give me World's Finest all day over.
I would
a
much prefer
sequel.
that, so we can see. Maybe if they make the world's finest villain a Superman-centric villain, that would be better.
What
so,
if it's
they made him
like
Metallo
Public
or something.
Enemies?
Yeah, like
what
that.
if they
Public
do
Enemies
something
was good.
similar, like for the World's Finest, where it's like a Superman movie, but it's like how Captain America: Civil War is a Captain America movie, but like other
Iron Man's
characters.
like in it just
Yeah.
as much type of thing.
That would be fine. That would work.
They got
yeah.
a title
I would just hope.
Superman's World Finest or
You
Batman
call it-
World
yeah.
Finest or something.
I think
like
you call it. You just call it Batman / Superman / Batman World's Finest. That's a fine title for me.
or just Superman World Finest, since it'll probably be a sequel to, or it could be a sequel to either
You're
one.
going to want to put Batman.
It
in
could
there.
just be World's
for
Finest.
For marketing purposes. You're going to. Well, the average person isn't going to know what that is. You're going to want to do. I'm thinking strictly marketing here. You're going to want to put.
But they
Superman,
didn't put
Batman
Iron
in there,
Man's
right?
name in the.
Well, because Superman was the main. It was called Civil War. It was the main. It was the Captain America movie. You know what I'm saying? And he's in the front of the poster too. And Batman's a way more popular character than Iron Man,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
the Supergirl.
I don't think the box
like,
office would have changed much if it was called Superman or Captain America versus Iron Man Civil War. You know what I'm saying? You had him on the poster. It was
Yeah,
fine.
you think?
I think
would-
you could slap back.
But
I
I
think
feel
people
like
understand what World's Finest is.
I feel like Superman, Batman, World's Finest. I think that's like. I mean,
we're
you know,
talking
you're
about a
ranking it
title
in.
right now.
You're ranking
I
it
just
in.
hope we fucking get it.
Yeah, right.
I just hope we get the movie.
Let's talk about Peacemaker season 2 coming out later this year.
Yeah, you got clip of Guy Gardner,
the-
Hot Girl.
The
with
Justice
Maxwell.
Gang is in it. Maxwell Lord's in it. That he has a small little clip in the movie that's pretty funny.
They're definitely going to end up explaining how
That
Peacemaker
pocket
got over
universe
from the
is
pocket
in-
dimension.
and I'm assuming it's from that pocket universe that
Superman
Lex made.
Yeah.
sucks.
Superman sucks. Yeah, he's just. And Rick Flag is. There's going to be a conflict between Rick Flag and Peacemaker
'Cause he killed his
because
son.
he killed his son in the Suicide Squad.
Now,
movie.
what I don't understand about that is like, was Peacemaker, because Peacemaker season 1 was after that, so there's a different universe.
So what? It's kind of there. Some things are canon, some things are not in Peacemaker season 1. So obviously the Justice League being at the end of Peacemaker season 1, where it was like that was Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, that was Jason Momoa's Aquaman, that was Ezra Miller's Flash. that's clearly not canon, but like certain, like maybe the events of what happened are like those mosquito things taking over the planet or whatever. So like certain things will be
But
canon,
all the
certain
events from
things
Suicide Squad canon to this.
Again, it'll be one of those things where like certain things are.
But I don't know how they're
going
gonna make that work with Rick Flagg's son, like them having that conflict.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see it. I don't know how, but I'm looking forward to it because also Frank Grillo's an awesome actor. I loved
so
it
good.
when he was in the Captain America movies. I loved him in it.
Yeah, he was really good.
He just plays the tough guy in the Purge. He's great in the Purge movies. You ever see the Purge
Yeah,
movies?
he's
Those
really
movies are
good in those.
terrible,
He's
but
really good. In those.
he's like I love him in those.
Those are like some of his best movies.
And then the Lantern Show is I think it's
That's
done
gonna
filming.
be so good.
I believe it's done filming, and I'm pretty sure. It would make sense if Guy Gardner's in it because he's a freaking Lantern, right?
That Green Lantern show is gonna be so good.
I love they're going. It's gonna be True Detective in space, which is just. That's so cool.
You couldn't ask for more.
I love they're going with the older Hal Jordan. With a lot of people didn't like that. I think that's cool.
I like that. It might give us
and then
time
Jon
to see
Stewart,
like
Johnny-
younger. He's basically mentoring Jon Stewart, which is cool because we haven't really gotten Jon Stewart in live action.
and not like a younger version of him too. We never get to see like a young Jon Stewart, like a,
Like he's
like an up and coming in his career. He's a really good actor. And we might get to see Kyle Rayner, bro. Please.
Yeah.
We might get Kyle Rayner at some point, like because
Yeah.
these guys are older. They might pass down the mantle.
The torch or whatever. Yeah.
And
so.
I'm curious to see what they do with the Flash. Now, are they? I hope they do kind of the same thing.
So
Barry
what they're
Allen.
doing with the Flash,
and then
they're
Wally
waiting
West.
a few years because we just got that
Flash movie, yeah.
that wasn't the best well received. So we're probably gonna wait a couple years before you introduce the Flash.
I'm hoping that
It's
it's
gonna
a
get
Wally
the
West.
bro.
I hope we get a
Wally.
Wally West Flash.
That's kind of what it probably will be
I need that.
because everyone is
I need
everyone's
that.
kind of sick of Barry for some reason. I think they're both great,
Dude,
but
Wally's
Wally's cool.
Wally's
Wally's
cooler,
better.
bro.
The stupid TikTok edits of him running like this. Him and Teen Titans Go, he's a menace. Anyway, Wally
Does
West.
sour
League
grapes.
Unlimited?
Sour grapes. Those who know.
Yeah, dude. I just gotta see Nightwing just beating the shit out of him.
Sour grapes. Those who know.
Yeah.
Sour grapes. Those who know.
I'm trying not to sing the song right now.
Sour grapes.
Okay. But what else? What are other projects now? We talked about Batman. Talked
The
about
Batman
Lanterns.
2, I know it's not canon.
That's
but
not DCU.
Clayface is coming out like next
Clayface.
year.
They did announce who's
The
playing
actor.
him. I wonder how they're gonna go about that film. It's cool
It's
that
definitely.
they're making a Clayface movie before a Batman movie, which is an interesting choice.
Watch the
I like
animated
it.
series.
I know there's a lot of
That
love.
Clayface is
Yeah.
going to be like exactly what they're going to do. I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to change very much at all. I think it's
He
gonna
took
be
inspiration. That writer.
very
it's Mike
much body
Flanagan.
horror.
Yeah, I saw that. He took a lot of inspiration from that Clayface. Yeah, and he's already been introduced in the DCU. He was in Creature Commandos.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wonder if that's gonna be mentioned at all.
That's
or,
canon
yeah.
too.
That's
Creature
canon,
Commandos is canon, so all those characters we might get to see them in live action too.
Yeah.
We already saw Rick Flag, so that's pretty cool.
We
Seeing
did.
him in live action.
Yeah. And it's cool how like if you voice a character, James Gunn made it, if you voice a character animated, then you're gonna play them in live action too, which is cool. So if we do see them again, it'll be it'll be the voice actors playing them, which is really cool little detail. Yeah, I think we're in for a lot of good stuff. Supergirl's next year, Lanterns probably early next year. And here's the thing: after
Peacemaker season
Peacemaker, after Fantastic Four coming out in a couple weeks, and assuming that Spider-Man doesn't get delayed, which I think it will, but let's say it does, because that was
Brand
the
new
original
day,
plan.
baby.
Marvel's going to go a year and a half with no content because Avengers doesn't come out until December of 2026. That means that DC has a very big chance to really, because they've done well with Superman, they have a chance to really like let the average audience know, hey, we're here and we're better.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they have a chance because with the shows and Supergirl, which I'm assuming is
And the shows have already been peaked.
is
Like,
going to
Creature
come out next
Commandos is
summer.
peaked.
I'm assuming Supergirl probably comes out a year from now
Peacemaker's really good. Yeah, it's 2026. I think it's like July.
because it's already done filming.
Yeah, I
it's
think
done
it's in
filming.
July of 2026.
Yeah, so they have a real chance to kind
Or
of put their
June.
foot in the ground and say, we're here too. And the thing with Marvel, Fantastic Four has to be great because
Oh, it
again,
has to be good.
you have a year and a half of no content. So if Fantastic Four is bad, you're leaving the audience with a sour taste in their mouth. It's going to be
leading to
And
And
what
it
already
already
biggest
hasn't been
movie.
great. Like
It already
they've
hasn't
been
been
on the
great.
downfall.
And if here's the thing: if Fantastic Four is great as much as we think it is, I'm gonna say Marvel's back. Marvel's back for good, in my opinion.
Yeah, because then we're getting Spider-Man next.
Because then we're getting Spider-Man with, let me tell you something, John Bernthal in it.
yeah,
it's gonna
let
be
me tell
sick.
you something, man.
But
Let me tell you
comic
something,
book.
man.
Yo,
and
Peter.
in terms
Hey,
of
Red.
just comic book content, forget Marvel, forget DC. Gen V's coming out later this year, and then The
Oh,
Boys season
Boys,
5,
yeah.
and then we have a
Invincible season.
Invincible
freaking
season
4.
4.
Ugh.
We have a Soldier Boy spinoff, which is what I'm most
Dude,
excited
we're eating
about.
good. We're eating good.
We're doing well, guys. It's awesome, and
Us nerds are having a
I
good
can't
life.
wait
We
to
got a
see.
good life.
Obi-Wan, too.
I can't wait to be.
Obi-Wan, yeah.
We can't wait to talk to you guys about all this stuff coming out soon. We're really living good, guys, and we can't be more blessed. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I'm Luke. This is Logan. This is James. We're signing out. Superman!